literally just the nicest pimple cream that I've ever used, and it actually works. I think I've used this every single night for possibly like the last 2 years. Another product that I'm like, don't know why it was never in a Vesta video. Minasan konnichiwa, this is Tina and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the best special care items of 2024. If that sounds like your thing, then please go ahead and channel登録 shichatte kudasai. I am back with another best of beauty video for 2024, and this time we're talking about special care items. Now, I consider special care items as things that are kind of outside of the regular base skincare routine, things that are extra care like masks, lip, eye care, and etc. I will be mentioning my most used products of 2024, whether they are holy grails or newly discovered items. Before we get started, my skin type is dry and dehydrated, and the general climate that I live in is on the drier side of things. Alright, let's get started. Right, starting off with holy grail items, I do have quite a few. I guess with special care items, I tend to stick to the same ones for a really long time. And I think this is possibly like my longest holy grail item. I first mentioned it in my best of video in 2019, so over 5 years now. The Saborino all-in-one sheet mask. The Saborino sheet mask, I feel like I have mentioned time and time again across my channel for, I guess, about 5 years now. I currently have 4 different types open. Yes, these are all open that I am currently using. I'm not going to specify one particular type that I like the best because a lot of them are really, really similar, and I just like the idea and convenience of them the most. This past year, I did use a lot of sheet masks, and I also did this sheet mask challenge in June or July, I believe, where I used a sheet mask every single day, morning and night for a month, and I did feel the difference in my skin. I definitely don't think it's necessary to do it every single day now, but I did realize using a more lightweight sheet mask more often is more beneficial than using a special richer sheet mask every now and then. In that instance, the Saborino ones are just so easy to use because they are a flip top lid, and literally when you pull it out, it is like already unfolded. It doesn't get much easier than that. Individually wrapped sheet masks or even other bulk masks, you end up having to take time to unfold it, which adds to the inconvenience. Whereas this, you can literally pull it out like a baby wipe and it's ready to go. I just tend to reach for them all of the time. One of my favorites out of the ones I used this year was the unisex one that are supposed to be slightly wider fit for your face, which I feel like was very good because the Saborino ones tend to be a little on the small side. When you apply it, you are supposed to stretch it out and apply it. It does say that for the directions, but I do feel like the unisex ones are just a little bit easier to use. Other than that, I've been using the Sakura one, which smells really nice. Matcha milk one. This one's a nighttime one. It smells absolutely delicious. Is slightly richer. The Kimokse one that I got in my last Japan trip. This one smells really nice too. Obviously, there's a bit of a theme here. And then also we have the nighttime unisex one, which I've been using every now and then, but I think Logan has been using it a little bit more. And yeah, we just enjoy them. They're so easy to use. They are supposed to be an all-in-one sheet mask, a toner, serum, moisturizer, kind of all-in-one. I do not use it that way. I do use it just as a sheet mask, especially because I do have drier skin. I do toner and then put the sheet mask on, and then if I want to use the serum after that, moisturizer like the rest of my routine. The other good thing is that they are intended to be worn for 60 seconds, which makes it very easy. A lot of sheet masks, especially Korean ones, they tend to recommend 15 to 20 minutes, even overnight. I feel like it's just easy to achieve that quick bit of hydration, and then you can get started on your day or go to sleep, and I just find that kind of time thing very convenient too. I do tend to leave it on for longer than 60 seconds because it does seem to be a bit of a waste, but usually under 5 minutes is the sweet spot for me. If you do have sensitive skin though, I would recommend looking into which type you are interested in because they do tend to include fragrance, as I mentioned, include alcohol and also menthol to give that cooling feeling, which I know isn't great for all people who do have sensitive skin. Next, we have spot treatments, and I mentioned this one in my best of 2022 video, although I'm pretty sure I've been using it for even longer than that. I'm sure this one is not a surprise, the Pear Acne Cream. This spot treatment is just my go-to. I literally have no reason to look for another one because it works wonders for me, and it is also so affordable. Pretty sure even online you can get it for under $10 easily. In Japan, I know it's under 1,000 yen. It is considered a pharmaceutical item in Japan, so you do have to get it at a drugstore, although you can just get it off the shelf. Like, you don't have to ask the pharmacist or anything, and obviously they do sell it online, so it is is pretty accessible. It does use 2 main ingredients, ibuprofen picanol and then isopropyl methyphenol, which basically works together to be a anti-inflammatory and then antibacterial. They're the things that you want in a pimple cream because you do want to reduce that inflammation while still caring for that bacteria. I definitely don't have acne prone skin, but I do still get my occasional breakouts, especially around my cycle. I mean, we can clearly see I had one recently here and I had one recently here. So I do still get a couple every month, and that is when I rely on these. It is so gentle, like it doesn't tingle. It also is so texturally elegant, like it's just this nice lotion cream texture that blends out so easily. You can wear it underneath makeup, you can wear it at morning and night. It doesn't leave a white cast or anything. It's literally just the nicest pimple cream that I've ever used, and it actually works. Now we're going to talk about some Holy Grail lip products. The first one being my absolute go-to for the PM. I think I've used this every single night for possibly like the last 2 years, and I suffer very little from dry, cracked lips. So I feel like it's like part of the special recipe to keeping good, healthy, moisturized lips. The KLAVUU Nourishing Care Lip Sleeping Pack. I do have the old one, the new one, and even a travel version. I know I need to get rid of the old one, honestly, but I'm so close to finishing it. Like, how can I give up now? Look how close I am to finishing it. Literally, there's so little left, and I just need to finish it. I can't give up now. I've been using the old formula, and they did renew the formula a couple of years ago, I believe. So Logan has been using the newer one, which the ingredients list is slightly different, but personally I have used both and I feel like they work in the same way. So I'm happy and okay to continue using it even with the reformulation. With the new one, they actually added new flavors. I think the old one was just like the one. The new version has vanilla, berry, and chocolate or something, but they honestly do smell the same, and I love this vanilla smell. If you're unsure of which one to get, I'd say just get the vanilla one. Yeah, they pretty much smell the exact same. I think this one's just old, so it smells slightly different. A little bit goes such a long way, and it keeps my lips moisturized literally all night. I never wake up with dry, parched lips, and I just apply this like normal layer, not even like a super generous layer. Obviously, it being in a pot is a little bit inconvenient because you have to stick your finger in there, but I don't want to do that, so I use this little applicator that I get off YesStyle. They're just like a couple bucks a piece, and it makes it really easy to apply, and you can apply it more precisely. If that is still inconvenient for you, they do have these travel versions, which obviously it's in a squeeze tube, so super duper easy, although this is 3 grams versus 20. So in terms of value for money, the pot is just so much cheaper because you get so much. And as I said, I think it's taken me like 2 years to get through this jar. I think it's like way better than even the Laneige sleeping masks. I have used them before, but I don't really see the hype. They're fine. They're not bad, but if I'm going to recommend any lip mask, it is definitely the KLAVUU one. And then my daytime pick for lip care was also in my best of video for 2023, the Nivea Deep Moisture Lip Melty type. I definitely have used other lip balms during the daytime the past year, but this is the one that I default to and the one that I prefer the most. It just has a really nice level of moisture. It gives a nice glossy finish. It smells nice, and the moisture lasts a really long time. No other lip balms made it even close to matching these two this year. So I don't have any new discoveries of lip care or even spot treatments. My Holy Grails have done it for me. Nothing lives up to them. So yeah, for spot treatments and lip care, I only have a Holy Grails to show you guys this year. I do apologize that I keep saying this year instead of last year, but you know, it's like just turned into 2025, so it's hard to like change my brain to do that. Now we'll be talking about newly mentioned products for 2024, starting off with sheet masks. And this one is definitely not a new discovery in this past year, although it has never been in a best of video, but I feel like it definitely deserves it because the past 2 years, I think every empties video has included this sheet mask. So I'm like, why hasn't it made it into a best of video? Like, I don't understand. And it is the I'm from Mugwort Sheet Mask. Maybe the reason to why I didn't include it in a best of video is because the actual units I use, I feel like isn't that many in a year, but it is my absolute go-to whenever I do my monthly face shaving. I have uploaded a video on it before, but basically I deal with all of my facial hair once a month. I wax my brows and face shaving at home just because it's the way I've done it for quite some time now. I mentioned that I use this after I shave, and yeah, I still do. Like literally at least once a month I will use this sheet mask because it is instantly cooling, soothing to the skin, which tends to get a little bit irritated whenever I do shave it. And obviously the main ingredient is mugwort essence, which includes 93.31% of it. Yeah, you guys know I love my mugwort essence from I'm From, so it is basically that in a sheet mask. So obviously that's why I like it. I go through what, 12 a year, and sometimes I will still use it like the following day. I thought it was about time it was included in my best of video. I selected one other Korean sheet mask to be in my best of list this year, the P.CALM Barrier Cycle Daily Mask Pack. So I think this was released early to mid 2024 because I received it as soon as it was released, and it says I opened it in June. And I feel like I have literally not seen a single person talk about it, I'll be honest. I was pretty excited because it does use a similar formula to their Barrier Cycle toner, which I really enjoy. It's a nice kind of lightly exfoliating toner that helps to smooth your skin, cell renewal, but it's really hydrating and soothing, and basically it is that in a sheet mask. But yeah, I feel like absolutely no one talked about it. I mean, I guess P.CALM is somewhat of an indie brand. I talk about it a lot, but I feel like the vast majority of people don't really know it. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed this sheet mask. I didn't think too much of it when I was using it, but when I noticed there was very little left, I was like, oh, that's kind of sad. I feel like that's kind of an indication that I really enjoyed it, because with other bulk masks, I'm like, finally finishing it. Like, gosh, it took me so long. I think the fact that I am going to miss using it means that I really did enjoy it. Oh yeah, I broke the lid like when I first opened it. Oh no. I freaking broke the lid already. I broke the lid off. Jeez. So that's that. The sheet itself is quite thick and generic. It doesn't have any cuts in it, so I must say it doesn't stick to the face very well, but it is so nice to use in the morning because it is very, very hydrating but fresh. Like, it doesn't leave your skin feeling sticky at all, which I feel like can be the reason to why you don't use sheet masks in the morning sometimes. So it does use kind of a well-rounded variety of ingredients. It uses papaya fruit extract, a really gentle exfoliant, which is going to help remove those dead skin cells, help to make your skin smoother, as well as some fermented ingredients, which are going to help your overall skin health and strengthen that skin barrier. Also allantoin to moisturize drier skin. They do recommend it for use even if you do have sensitive and acne prone skin, and yeah, it has been one of the most enjoyable sheet masks to use in the past year. And the last sheet mask is a Japanese one, which I also am low-key shocked that it's never been in a best of video because I've been using it for years and years. The Keana Nadeshiko rice mask. I do not have the physical product with me because I have used up all that I have. I mean, this one is pretty well known. It's probably one of the best-selling or the best-selling Japanese sheet masks to global audiences. I know even this time I went back to Donkey, like people were buying it in bulk, and they sell it in bulk because it's just known as one of the best sheet masks in Japan. It is good. There's no denying that. It's got a really nice thick moisturizing sheet. The essence is full of rice extract, so it's going to help hydrate your skin and then also help to brighten it over time. It is an easy one to use morning and night. I, again, feel like it deserves a spot in my best of videos. Here it is. The next item is definitely a very random one. I didn't even know where to place it in the video, but it's kind of like a sheet mask, so here it is. I have selected this as the best makeup prep item of 2024, the Wonjungyo Moist Up Ready Skin Pack. This one is completely empty. I have used it up. Basically, they are big pieces of cotton that are soaked in essence that you lay onto your skin before doing your makeup because it preps your skin to be hydrated and smooth for that perfect makeup application. The key ingredients that they have highlighted is green tea, avocado, hyaluronic acid, and ceramide. So nothing fancy. Obviously, it is just to kind of hydrate your skin. I will say I used it up and I don't know if I will purchase it again, mostly because it's really hard to access. Like, I can only buy it when I'm in Japan. There's literally no website that sells it to ship overseas. So a little inconvenient, and it was often sold out in Japan. So it was even hard to find there sometimes. So I can't like rely on being able to get it all of the time. I can kind of make do with my own toners to do a DIY sheet mask. And there are even toner pads that I can use in the same way. Although this one was really nice because it was such a big sheet. Like, it really did cover my whole cheek with one, whereas I feel like toner pads or even DIY cotton, it doesn't quite cover my whole cheek. I really did enjoy for that, and because they are pre-soaked, it was very convenient to just chuck on mornings that I wanted that smooth skin for makeup application. Next, I have the best toner pad of 2024, and it is the Mediheal Watermide toner pad. I don't think I'm the only one who enjoyed these this past year. I feel like I've been seeing it everywhere on social media, and it has been gaining popularity in global audiences too. I was actually in Korea when they just launched it. It was in Olive Young, and I was like, I need to try it out because like it just seems to be one that they're promoting in Korea so much. And I chose the Watermide one because it was mostly about hydrating. The description is a daily toner pad that helps provide abundant moisturization and relieves swelling for smooth, dewy skin. The key ingredients that they highlighted were botanical extracts and Icelandic glacial water, said to be hydrating, cooling, and nourishing to the skin. I did use it mostly like I did with these ones, using it as a hydrating toner pad before makeup, or when I don't want to do like a full sheet mask, I'll just slap a couple of these on my face to give it an extra bit of hydration. Because they are really thin pads and they are also square, they actually did work really well to apply to the face and leave it there. Whereas if you wanted a toner pad to kind of wipe off as a light exfoliating toner pad, I would say it doesn't work that well because it is such a thin sheet. I know the green container, the Madagascar blemish pad, is actually the most popular one out of this series, and I literally just bought it yesterday on Olive Young Global because it was like buy one get one free and one of their best sellers of last year. So I was like, you know what, I'll give it a go. I know that one is more for like soothing skin and good for blemish prone skin, which I don't have, but since it does have that kind of soothing formula, I thought I could still make use of it. And yeah, I'm definitely excited to try that one out. The other nice thing about these ones, oh, I actually left one to show you guys, I guess. I mean, it's completely dry because I finished them up quite a while back. See how thin they are? It does come with the tweezers as well, which is nice, and you can actually refill them. This outside container is like a stronger plastic, and then they do have this refillable inside, which I always think is really nice when the brands think about slightly more economical factors. Now we have the best eye care for 2024, and they are eye creams, one Japanese brand and one Korean one. The first one is the Nameraka Honpo Wrinkle Eye Cream. I have mentioned the Nameraka Honpo eye creams a fair bit in recent times, and they are some of the most popular eye creams in Japan and some of the most affordable for being so popular. If you watch the @Cosme Awards video that I did towards the end of 2024, you would have seen their eye creams up against really like luxury eye creams too. The top two eye creams were like $80 a piece, whereas this is less than $10. You really can't argue with that bang for buck value for money from these ones. They do have a number of different types of eye creams, but I do believe this one is possibly the most popular one. It does use fermented soy milk as well as retinol, which is one of their biggest selling points because it does help to reduce those fine lines and plump out that skin in the eye area. I will say we use this one up really quick. I feel like eye creams is a product that you take forever to use up, but I think me and Logan finished this one up in, I think it was like 2 or 3 months, that I almost forgot to include it in my best of videos because I used it up so early on in the year. Again, for that price, I feel like it's just, you can't go wrong. And it is a nice kind of rich texture, but not overly sticky. And then the Korean one I chose was the Sun by Me Retinol Intense Advanced Triple Action Eye Cream. This one I did hold on to a little bit longer, but as you can see, it is a fairly big difference. This one is 20 grams and this one is 30. So you definitely get more product in this one. And I would say this one is going to be a bit more accessible for most of you guys because they sell it on a variety of different online shopping websites. And I'm pretty sure they even sell it like in store in Priceline in Australia. One of like 2 K-beauty brands to be in a Priceline in Australia. So I feel like this one's just a lot more accessible for most people. This one does also include 0.1% of retinol. I do not know the percentage of this one, but that's going to help with those signs of aging. And it does use other moisturizing ingredients like panthenol, hyaluronic acid, beta-glucan, trehalose, and soothing ingredients like cica, glacial water, water lily, and reishi mushrooms. Really nice variety of ingredients, and I must say it's a nice texture and not irritating at all. Even on their website it says to slowly introduce it into your routine because it does have retinol, but I can use it like morning and night every day and it does not have any kind of irritation at all. Obviously, if you're completely new to retinol, maybe just do a patch test, but overall it is super duper gentle yet very moisturizing and a nice one to use, especially at nighttime. The last product I have is actually a cotton pad, which I don't know if I've ever included cotton pads in a best of video before, but I do use them all of the time, especially for DIY masking. The Silcott Sponge Touch Half Cotton Pad. This one is the VC Plus one, which is supposed to include vitamin C, which again, I've said it before, but I don't know how they do it in a cotton pad because I mean, it's literally a cotton pad. Like, how does this have vitamin C in it? But anyways, whether it is this one or the regular one, I don't really mind whichever one that I can get my hands on. So I have and can use a variety of different cotton pads to do my DIY masking, but sometimes I do have to cut them up and stuff, whereas this, it does just come like this and you can split it up and then soak the toner super duper easy. And then when I want to have a smaller piece for say my nose and chin, I can split them pretty easily too. Whereas some cotton pads, like you can't really split them. And the whole naming of the product, like the half cotton, the half actually stands for here, it says 한분の化粧水で驚くほど潤う, which translates to with half the amount of toner, it is surprising how hydrating it is basically what it translates to. But they mean that you can use half the amount of product to get the same effect compared to using a regular cotton pad. So yeah, they're just perfect for DIY masking. In terms of using it as a regular cotton to like wipe down the face, they're not my most preferred one, but I can use almost any other cotton to do that. So this one is specific to DIY masking and I have a box in each bathroom because I do reach for them very often. And yeah, they're my favorite cotton pads and have been for quite some time. Another product that I'm like, don't know why it was never in a best of video. And that is it for my best of special care items for 2024. I feel like the special care video is always a little bit longer than the others because I am talking about basically multiple different categories in the one, but I still hope you enjoyed it. If you do have a little bit of extra time on your hands, I would super duper appreciate it if you checked out one of these best of videos that you may have missed. If you haven't missed any and you've watched all of them, then I super duper appreciate you. Thank you for always watching. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Mwah.